How is it going, everyone? Welcome to more Grid Autosport, and I'm finishing the career mode today, assuming I can beat the Legend Series, which is the final championship in the game, but I don't see why I wouldn't be able to, but well, I hope I can.
Welcome back, Gabby. You can now enter the Grid Championships. Winning here will cement your name in motorsport history.
Okay.
You've got a team wanting you to race in Tier 3. It'll be a change in car class, so expect the competition to really heat up. The rewards will match your effort.
Yeah, okay. I'll think I'll pick Racer, since here it doesn't really matter who you pick in terms of experience. I'll just pick Racer. I just really like this color combination. So we have races, time attack, endurance, race, drift, race, and well, okay, it's what you would normally expect. Unfortunately, there was a drift event, but it's fine. I think at this rate we cannot run away from them. So these are two races for, wait a second, what you mean category B? Did I pick the right one? It's in...
Welcome to the biggest event in motorsport, the title that every racer aspires to, yet only a select few will attain. It's the Grid Legends Series, and this is only just the beginning.
So,
just how important is this?
That guy should confirm that it is Grid Legends, but why are you having like a second category thingy? Like, this one is supposed to be the second fastest one, but not the fastest one. You will think that at this point you will just bring the fastest category every time, but apparently not. That's odd. For being the final championship, it seems that you're holding back. I mean, I think I do remember seeing that in the next event there will be the fastest cars, but the fact that in this one we already start with something like this is weird. And doesn't mean that it's gonna be easy and that I'm gonna win without trouble, but it's simply a matter of progression, right? Like, you're in the final championship and you don't use the fastest that a discipline can offer. It's just very awkward. Yeah, sure, whatever, I don't mind. And this, I think, the first time that we do Hockenheim in the full version. Like, we did one that was almost the full version of Hockenheim, but yeah. You know how this game doesn't seem to really make use of the tracks very well, at least if you ask me. I think that this will be a good lap time. Probably not enough for first, but should be okay, right? Maybe not. Okay, I think I might need to do another one. You see, that 5th place will turn into an even worse position later on, so... Keep in mind that the Raven West guys, I think, still didn't set a lap time, so... I need a better one than that. Not sure if I'm capable of it, but gotta try. I mean, as long as I can get an actual 5th place at the end of the quali, I think that's good enough. But yeah, of course, the higher the better. And here, since it's obviously a long championship with lots of hard stuff, I don't think it's a good idea to start with a bad result, you know? Because there will be some that will cost me a little bit to win. I don't think, though, I should be afraid of the endurances, since as long as they are with the LMP, they shouldn't be hard to drive. The issue with the endurance was with that other car. Like the second category is ironically harder to drive than the fastest one. Okay, I gotta assume this will be the first place. Maybe it will. Well, I don't know if it's gonna remain like that until the end, no, but third place is a good quality time. Probably the two Raven West guys, yeah, of course. So we don't have Nathan again, we should have Aaron and Leo. Or Leo, I mean he's French, probably Leo. Then.
Gabby, you're in position 3, and your teammate is 15th on the grid.
I know.
You need to beat your event rival. They're not gonna make it easy though.
No, they are gonna make it easy. The guys that are not gonna make it easy are the same ones as always. But we will see. Just a couple of dive bombs and that's it. You are on the lead. With these cars, the Raven West guys always have an advantage. So, well, and this version of Hockenheim seems to have very long straight, so they will get an advantage for free. Alright, Mr. Raven West. When can I overtake? When do you think it's a good time to overtake? Here? No, not here. Oof, that was a bad drift. Damn it. That was a little bit too long. This thing is drifting more than I wish it did. Yeah, I think Mr. Aaron is probably gonna run away. That's oh wow, that's not a penalty. That is a penalty though. Then, so you penalize me from going outside there, but not from pretty much skipping the corner. Okay, sure. But I think that this will be a second place. As much as I don't like the idea, it's looking like that. Well, there are still 2 more laps, but picking up the pace is not looking very possible. It's what I say, in tracks like this one with long straights, Raven West just does whatever they want. Well, that's ironically also why in Spa-Francorchamps yesterday, well, though in that one it was with LMP and they were all the same cars, so it shouldn't be. Like, assuming the game doesn't cheat in that regard, it will always cheat, but I don't know. I prefer not thinking badly of the game.
Your event rival is near the back of the pack.
Okay. Well, if I dive bomb here, but no, this is not a corner you wanna dive bomb. Definitely not. And that time it also wasn't a penalty. I'm right there, and you know it. You know that the next corner that I'm next to you, I'm gonna dive on. So you should be afraid. Well, I could dive on this super sharp hairpin, but should I?
Your event rival is near the back of
Okay, not the way I am I envision it, but it works. Wait, I fucked him up very badly, actually. Wait, I took him out? Huh. It didn't look like that big of a hit. Alright, well... serves you right, I thought I simply, like... did a little hit on the side, but he went to last place. So it certainly wasn't a small hit on the side. No, I think his French teammate is gonna try to avenge him. Yeah, we will see. Wouldn't be the first time that the AI takes me down. And here I will deserve it. But I wasn't expecting that that impact was so harsh. For him to go all the way to last place. That sort of thing... Well, okay, so here's the thing. If the... You know that these are two races. If the next one is inverted grid, I'm absolutely boned. Because he's gonna launch in first and I'm gonna launch in last. And there is no way I can win that one. Because I will have to overtake everyone else while he's already, like, I don't know, like 10 kilometers away, because he didn't have anyone in front. But at the same time, him getting the last place is something that will affect him on the rest of the tournament. There is also the fact that there was one tournament that I did with this category that instead of inverted grid, it was simply the repeated position from the quali, like it was in the first open wheel one. So maybe that will also be the case here, and he will simply launch in first. Like, ironically, that will be the ideal scenario, because if he launches, or like, well, like he will launch first either way. Well, not now because he's no longer in last place, but I mean, what's important is where I launch. And if I launch in last place while he's at the top, like, that's it, I cannot recover. But anyways, that's a first.
Nice work. You beat your event rival and won the round. Keep it up.
And where did you get last place? No, last no, but like...
Same can't be said about your teammates.
Okay, so he got third to last. Okay, I mean, sure. And here, how does it work? Inverted grid? It is inverted grid. Fuck.
Your teammates on pole.
That's the one time I didn't want it to be inverted grid. Well, that's a shame. But I think that this one... Well, he doesn't launch in first, he launches in third, but yeah, I mean, it's not gonna take long to get first. Or maybe he will he? I mean, he's still not first yet, but, well, here comes the long straight, so it probably will be the case. Hey, at least that Dan Boss guy is still keeping up the lead. Now, unfortunately, having quite a lot of trouble. I'll take that. You know, I was not planning on doing that, but it works super well. Like, that's the Gran Turismo strategy. Like, ride the side of the rival to make a corner. Well, I mean, you can do that in many games, not just Gran Turismo, but since in Gran Turismo there is no damage whatsoever, you can do that and, you know, basically just get scot-free. Now, well, Aaron got first place, so that's a problem. My teammate, by the way, like, here's the thing. My teammate being in a good position kinda matters here, because the team objective is third place. So I kinda need my rival to not be a shithead and actually win. Well,
2
win.
laps to go.
Not literally, but I mean, I need him to be in good positions. This third place will be nice if he can keep it. That's the question though, can he keep it? Gonna try not to overtake him too harshly so I can at least, you know, make sure he stays up there. We will see. Aaron, I don't think there's any way to recover him though. Oh wow, look at my rival, he's learning from me. Nice. Just ride your opponent. Also, did I say rival? I mean my teammate. I keep mixing teammate and rival, you know. My teammate is learning from me. Good shit. Yeah, that's how we do things on Racer. You either let me pass or I'll help myself and let myself pass. Now the problem is that I have to kinda do that against you, Mr. Teammate. Okay, that could have been worse. Apparently my direction got damaged, but I don't really feel it, so as long as I didn't damage him, it should be fine. See, in my case, even though it says that it's damaged, it's not really damaged. And he's in third, like that's the one, yeah. Alastair McLeod is the name of my teammate.
This race.
Normally I will give him the order to defend, but since he's doing well in balance, I'll keep him in balance. Hopefully it works out. We will see though. He's doing pretty well so far. Shame that there is still pretty much two more laps remaining, so whether he can withstand this or not will fully depend, well, on him obviously, but pretty much I need to get lucky for him to actually do well. Now winning this will also be nice, because I don't think I'll have any trouble winning the Drivers' Championship, but for the Team Championship, every single point counts. If you want the third place, of course. Well, and if you want the first place, you better give up because you're not getting it, but the third place is the objective, and if you want that, every point counts. Every single one of them. I'm not sure. I have one more lap though to overtake this guy. Will I get it? Only one more.
Last lap, let's push up to the top spot.
Two. Okay. The game forgave me again. Shame that here, when the straight starts, he just escapes. I could try doing the same thing that I did last race, which is just dive bombing from all the way here. But no, that's the thing. I think that... Okay, I actually got his ass. Well, too bad, Mr. Aaron. Seems like you're not being very lucky this tournament, are you? He actually got last place again. I feel like an asshole because I am, but I mean, the thing is that these Raven West guys have been getting too cocky. I cannot allow that. I guess, you know, in one of the previous streams I say that you cannot really purposely take the AI out because the physics don't really work out that way. If you do like a very strategic hit in the right place at the right time, you can definitely do it. but it's not as easy as it might look. Well, Aaron is having a very bad tournament, but my teammate got second, so that's huge. Like,
First place, you were unstoppable out there.
yeah. And the other Raven West guy got 12. Raven West is having a rough tournament. Though the issue here is that divides the points to the other teams, and that means that more teams are gonna be competitive, and that's bad because you don't want there to be more up there. You want, you know. Oh, actually, wait, hold up. This is also, by the way, street is inverted grid, so that means that we're gonna be having these guys at the top, which means that... Wait, what car is this? Wait, was this the Mazda one? Oh, I think it is the Mazda one, actually. Well, that's nice. I wanted to use this one ever since I saw it. It's the Mazda one.
Need to beat your event rival. They're not going to make it easy, though.
I don't know if it's the fastest one or what, but it's nice to see it. I mean, it looked like the fastest one back when I did the street event myself, but... As you can see, Aaron will be in first place because of his bad results, so... Yeah. Unless I somehow manage to take him out again, this one will be for him too. And the other unfortunate thing is that this is... Ah, fuck. Okay, don't worry. It actually let me flashback, so no problem. And I was gonna say that the other bad thing is that this is Okutama. This track is just perverse. It's a perverse track. What's going on here? Is the Viper slowing all of you down or what? It might be though that the Dodge Viper is the slowest car in this category. Wouldn't be surprised. Ah, shit. Oh, team, I can't believe that was a clean overtake. It might be possible that this car that I'm using right now might be the fastest one of this category. Because I mean, you can see Aaron also pretty close here, despite that he had the first place for himself for a while, so... Ah, shit. Okay. Gotta be careful though, because that's already the second flashback. And yeah, they only have one remaining.
One lap down and you're in third.
Okay, at least overtook the Huayra. And yeah, I remember the Raven West guys for this category had an Aston Martin. Okay, the Huayra is certainly faster in terms of top speed. Not the Aston Martin. Oh shit, what is he doing? The Aston Martin definitely does not look like it's... Ah, fuck. Ah, this corner and this track in general is so hard. What a fucked up track. I'm glad it doesn't exist in real life, because you know the amount of lives this track will have claimed already? Well, probably it wouldn't have claimed any because it would have been completely forbidden from the get-go. But yeah. How did you break so much, dude? I think that might have been a very bad hit for my direction. Yeah, it's going right on its own. That was bad. Yeah, it's just that you use the brake so much. You should surprise me. I mean, and that's because Raven West usually doesn't do this. Here, I think this might be one of the only categories where Raven West does not have the best car. It's a shame though, because I do have the best car, but with this direction thing, it's gonna be hard to drive properly. And it was a very strong hit, so it makes sense, but...
Near the back of the pack.
Well, Aaron seems like he will stay there for a while. That's a little bit of an issue. He will stay there. I probably should have tried to flashback after impacting him like that, I guess. Okay, maybe not, because otherwise I wouldn't be able to flashback there. Okay, yeah, that's better. Aaron is not happy with how I treated him in the previous 2 races, so he's simply, you know, paying back. Well, the issue now is that I'm out of flashbacks. So either I make a mistake or this guy takes me out again and I'm out. That's the issue. I am completely out. Alright, so you can see that he takes that corner super slowly. Look at how much distance between me and him like appear right now, and also how much the guy behind him close in on him. So it wasn't just my imagination or me driving like a madman or anything like that. He was actually doing that way slow, and that explains why I crashed against him and, well, I broke my direction in the process. You see, he did that way too slow. It's probably because of the car though. Like, as I say, the Aston Martin here is... I don't think it's even close to be like... I will assume that both this Mazda and the Pagani White are better. So yeah, I will assume the Aston Martin just doesn't do well at all here. But the issue is that on the first sector, this guy still does very well, so he most likely will get close to me again. And that's pretty annoying, but it cannot be avoided. Just I hope that I can reach that corner that he brakes a lot quickly enough, so we can yet again gain some distance. See, here, oh fuck. Well, I wanted the direction to be even more fucked. Now it will. Wait, I lost, no way. I lost a tire, I think. Yeah, I lost my my front right tire, and somehow I'm still going. It doesn't seem pretty realistic. Ah, fuck. I cannot steer, which, I mean, at this point, no one is surprised, but... yeah, I lost both of my tires, holy shit, okay. No wonder I couldn't steer. Yeah, like, I'm dead, and I have no flashback, so, you know, forget about it. I mean, if I make it to the end, that will be a miracle in itself. Oh, look at that. I might be able to get 4 though. Like, what I probably should do is reset the race. I cannot steer. Okay, this has to be a restart. That's a shame because it was right at the end, but tends to happen. Pretty fucked up though that the game lets you continue like that instead of saying, hey, you know, race is over, you cannot recover from that. You know, apparently, well, technically, imagine that you lose a tire, like, before the final straight, I guess. If they didn't let you continue, it will be pretty frustrating, but I mean, if you follow real life logic, like, you cannot continue under those conditions. Like you will get disqualified immediately. Like, there is absolutely no way you will be allowed to cross the finish line and, you know, be considered as being in that position. Like, it will be an immediate penalty. Because, like, the thing about that is that you're a danger to... Oh, wow, that's my teammate, by the way. Well, that kinda sucks, but, I mean, whatever. What an asshole, dude. Damn, I fucked my... Okay, everyone is breaking like, I don't know, like, you're seeing the Grim Reaper right in front of you. Like, what's wrong with all of you? Why are you braking so much in that corner? Like, are all of your cars really that trash that you cannot brake properly? Okay, hold up. That was bad. Okay. Yeah, now I need to overtake Mr. Ravenwest himself. I still can't believe I lost both of my front tires. Pretty funny, and pretty funny that the game doesn't give a shit about that. Like, you know that on the bottom left you have that little graphic that shows you your 4 wheels, but that's supposed to be there for endurances. But like, here it will be ideal. Like, it's kind of a big deal if you lose a tire, you know? So showing the tire health, I feel like will, you know, be an interesting mechanic. But no, you lose your tire and you have to look at it. Or, well, look at how it's not there anymore. Okay, why are you drifting, dude? Like, I know that this place is in Japan, but you know that drifting like that is not doing you any favors. Hey, like, here's the thing, can we really blame the Aston Martin here? I feel like we should instead blame this moron. He's driving like shit. It's not like I'm driving like a god, but like, this guy is driving very badly. Unless the Aston Martin is that bad and you cannot even brake properly in a corner without having issues. But I think that what's for sure is that the car that I'm using is the best one of the category. It's a shame that my teammate is gonna lose, but... You see, even for him, this car will help him get into a not so shitty position, but it's a little bit too late for that. Even though it says that my direction is screwed here, it really isn't. For example, here I'm not steering and it's going straight, so unlike last time, it actually works well this time. This car is fantastic, really. Like, it feels like it's not even from this category. It feels like it should be part of the hypercar category. It's just that, of course, if it was part of the hypercar category, it wouldn't... Like, it will be too slow. It will fall behind because the other cars are simply way faster. But the way it handles is, like, magnificent. Ah, shit. Unlike the way I... Oh, hold up. No, not again. And this time... I lost a tire again and I couldn't flashback. That ain't gonna happen. Fuck, dude. Okay, so if you crash on that bridge, it seems that that bridge is made out of spikes or something, guys. Every time I lost a tire there. Every single time I crash against that one, a tire came out. It's pretty annoying. That corner is also pretty fucked up. Like the whole track, this is a pretty fucked up track. The thing about this corner is that you have to brake super early. But it's just so messed up that a crash like that just like completely destroys your tire. Because you know that there have been way more harsh impacts and they didn't go as badly as that one. Fuck this. Okay, hold up. I can actually flashback. I don't want to play with a broken direction again. It seems that will happen anyways. Or will it? For fuck's sake, dude. Shitty ass Viper. You're not even in my same level. Get the fuck out of here. Alright, so yeah, unfortunately, I think it's not super fucked, my direction. It's kinda going to the right though. Not a fan of it. And it might be even worse now. God damn it. This is gonna be so annoying to win, isn't it? It's what happens when you need to drive in Okutama. This shit really... Well, it's similar to... I think it's called Deep Forest or Grand Valley. I think it's Grand Valley in Gran Turismo. It's a fictional track, but it's kind of like this one that you go next to a mountain with no protection whatsoever. Well, at least the good thing here, to look at the right side, is that I'll be able to... Well, my rival will be able to not finish on last position. Not like 11th is super better, but it certainly is better than 15. I wish he, made use of this car a little bit more. I know that I'm one to talk with the fact that I needed to restart twice already, but yeah. The thing is that in my case, I'm restarting because I'm simply trying to overtake, but I don't see him in a hurry to overtake ever, so I don't think it's the same issue. Yeah, getting to first place is not a problem, the issue is surviving. That's something that I cannot seem to pull off, mostly because of my own mistakes, it's very frustrating when you cannot, like, when you struggle against the same corner over and over again, and also that corner, takes off your tire. It's a little bit annoying. Right now, at least my tire is there. Don't know for how long though. It's there. It still exists. I also don't understand how this guy gains so much distance here, dude. Like, what's wrong with him? Well, I guess what's wrong with me, that I cannot go faster, but I don't know, I just think it's awkward. Like, it's like, how can he do this sector so well? Okay, remember to brake here. This is an actual slow corner. I guess it makes sense that your tire will get blown up there, because that's kind of supposed to be like the... Well, I don't know if that's what you call a gutter, but... Like, it's a specific place that is not at the same level as the bridge, so... I mean, if you go there at full speed and you crash, yeah, it's not gonna be a nice result, you know? Okay. So the question is, can you survive one more lap? Just one more. You don't need to survive more than once. Just one more lap will be ideal. Oof, that's... Okay, don't worry. No one cares how the cones. And I didn't even like them. I didn't want to see them. Will it be a mistake to tell my teammate to attack? Because I don't like your position, dude. It's a very bad position for a car like this.
I've asked your teammate to push for a higher position.
Yeah, I want you to attack. Do nothing but attack. You have a whole lap to not be in such a bad position. I trust you can do it. Surely. Okay. Please don't mess this corner up again. Okay. At least we should be safe from having my tire completely detached from the car. Oh, and this time you're braking well in that corner. Okay, never mind, you're not. You are certainly not. And also my teammate, despite having the attack order, he's still very far behind. God damn it, dude. Cannot you should stop sucking? Oh, actually, never mind. He lost one position. He's not in the same position. He actually lost one. Well, I guess I gotta be happy that he got second place on the previous race. It's something. Well, he went back to 12 now. And that's a win. Damn, this took a while. Holy shit. Took way too long.
Your event rival will be replaying that over and
Yeah.
over. Great.
That was mostly my fault. This took way more than it should have. A lot more time than it should have taken. Alright, so now we're in, well, Indy, so we're finally going to the fastest category then. It's in Autosport Raceway. Did I ever do this one at full? I also don't think this one exists, right? Oh, just gonna do the quali. It's what I say before, this feels like a very generic name for a track, for it to be a real track. It makes me think it's not, but maybe I'm wrong. I mean, it's not like there's anything that forbids real life tracks from having generic names. It's just that for the most part, I don't remember really any tracks in real life with a generic name. You know, and there probably are, and most of the times the tracks are also named after they are named after the place they are in, so, you know, pretty sure that, well, a good example I guess is Daytona. Like, Daytona, you know, it's a place in the USA, but that's how everyone refers to the track, like the Daytona. Well, the full name I think is Daytona Speedway, Daytona International Speedway, something like that, I think, or Raceway, one of those two. So yeah, you could argue that that's a very generic name, but it's, you know, it's still a proper name because it's the name of the place instead of just, you know, a thing. Maybe them being so generic is why you couldn't remember them. Yeah, it could be. But how is it going, Wasabi? I honestly don't know. I don't think this track is real, but yeah, I mean, it's an oval. That's the thing. Like, I will assume that if there was an oval, it wouldn't be called Club Sport something, you know? It might be based on a real life oval, but I mean, maybe it's based on, I don't know, Charlotte. Just to give a random example of an oval track. Also, this quali I'm doing very badly. The thing about this car is that you can go a lot further than you think before needing to brake. And I mean, coming from the previous car, that even though it was very good, it obviously didn't have the downforce this thing has. I find it pretty hard to adapt. I don't know, I mean, if this is enough for podium, it's enough for me. We will see. That's not gonna be enough.
Let's push through the pack.
Damn, I'm gonna end up doing the whole quali. I think I kinda need to. That's one of the corners I certainly could have done faster last times, and now I actually did. Ah, fuck me. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. For some reason that didn't permanently break the car even though it should have. Don't worry, it was just a slight touch. Especially a car like this one. A car like this one, an impact like that against the wall at that speed, like, yeah. Bring it back to the pits and, you know, say goodbye to the race. Okay, nice. No, not nice. Okay, that was questionable, but overall not that bad. And apparently that's enough for first. Problem is this last sector that I'm not sure if I can make it fast enough for first. We will see. Oh, then again, it's not like I really need to be first. So you know that this 5th place wouldn't have been a problem. But that was second, really? Someone sniped me on the final lap, it seems. Yeah, who other than fucking Aaron? Alright. That's fine. We will do it. What's wrong, Aaron?
You're on decent form. You're top of the standings.
Are you nervous that I'm gonna overtake you here on the first corner? Though considering that it's almost a full speed corner, I doubt it. Yeah, no. In fact, you can probably do it at full speed. I lifted the accelerator a little bit, but might not even be necessary. Oh. Though it's scary, dude, to drive this car. Like, this car, by the way, is extremely unrealistic for IndyCar. Like, IndyCar might be amazing, but there's no way it has this amount of downforce. Like, this is almost Formula 1 level of downforce. Well, I don't know if I should say almost. I think it's actually Formula 1 levels of downforce. There is no way this shit behaves like this in real life. What is realistic at least is the top speed. Indy cars can easily reach more than 350 kilometers per hour like it's nothing. They are just built like that. Well, obviously they are built for maximum speed considering that they are mostly oval machines, you know? That's like the main attraction of IndyCar.
I've asked your teammate to push for a higher position.
Oh, and these are 5 laps. Okay. And you know that I'm still thinking about the next game being Street Fighter 6 or not, you know? I still haven't decided if I want to do that or not. It's just that that's the kind of game that I kinda need to play in winter. And right now it's winter and it's quite cold in here. If I were to wait more and the cold goes away, yeah, I wouldn't be having a good time running a game like that on my room. Basically heating up the whole place. So that's the reason why I wanna play it soon, before the cold goes away. And there are many games like that. Essentially, I strategically pick the games that, well, sometimes not. Like when I play Project Device, but for the most part I do want to use the winter to play as many games that require some processing. At the same time, since I'm not super fond of modern games, it ends up not happening that much anyways. You know? Though some emulators also require some processing power. The problem is that here the normal thing will be like playing Gran Turismo 5 and 6 on the PS3 emulator, but unfortunately they don't run well. I guess I could try other PS3 games. Don't know which ones though. I'm not really sure which ones that will be. Because, you know, for example, the Uncharted games, those are extremely demanding to run. In fact, I don't even know if they run properly on the emulator, but the thing is that I have the trilogy on PS4, so there will be no need to emulate. Though I guess at the same time using the PS4 is not a bad idea. It's not a bad use of the winter, because when the PS4 is running at the same time as my PC, it's like, I mean, you have two computer runnings in the same room, so it also gets a little bit hot. But maybe that wouldn't be a bad idea. I don't know. But when I think about it, and the games that, well, the games that I have on Steam that I haven't played, and the games that I want to emulate, because, you know, you cannot play them in any other way, I cannot really think of many that are graphic intensive, you know? So that's an issue. Ah, fuck. Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Looks like Andrei Kokorev has crashed.
Well, there's also one game that, well, released some time ago, but had an expansion release like a couple days ago, which is like nice, an action RPG version of Grand Blue. That probably is graphic intensive, but I mean, I haven't purchased it because it's pretty expensive. So that will also not be the case. Oh, I could play Elden Ring again. And by again, I mean I could finish it because I couldn't beat it because I fucking suck, I guess. So I could do that, maybe. The problem is that it's been so long since I played it that it will feel weird to get back to it. Like, I know where I left the game on, but I don't remember anything else about the game. Especially with my bad memory. So even though that would be a good idea, like, yeah, I don't know. I have to think too much. I don't like thinking. See, that's the problem. Thinking is bad and annoying. I could also play the Dark Souls games, but it's not like at this point in time the Dark Souls games are intensive to run. So, yeah. Also, this race has gone... like, it has been pretty free. Like, this guy will close sometimes, but not that much. I guess that's thanks to the quality, of course. Yeah, I'm a little bit concerned how my team may... well, we're obviously gonna lose the first position, but ideally you don't wanna lose more than that. So hopefully we don't lose more than that. Right, so now we're in a time attack with the tuner thing super modified in Sepang. Well, I did get first place in Sepang already once. What car is this? What? Oh, it's the Subaru Impreza. Just that this time it's with the racer paint. Yeah. Well, this is a little bit annoying because I did this exact same event before, you know. Like, in fact, wasn't this the last event that I did yesterday? I'm pretty sure I did this. Like, it was a time attack in the full version of Sepang with the Subaru. Like, I did this exact same thing yesterday. Why are you like this game? Why do you love repeating the same events over and over? For what reason? I don't get it. I wish I could get it, but I don't. Ah, fuck. That was bad. Okay, hold up. Oh, you didn't let me flashback. That's pretty low. Why wouldn't you let me flashback on a time attack? I thought that was simply because there were too many opponents around, but you did not let me flashback there. Usually you always let me flashback on stuff like this. Okay, that was horrible. Well, and it's still not over. So wait, these are 5 laps. Isn't that a little bit too much for a track like this? Don't you think? Like, if you ask me, I think it is, personally, a little bit too much. It is a very, very long track, you know? So 3 laps already will be huge, but making it 5 is very annoying. Okay, actually, I remember something. Yesterday I did this, but it was half the version of Sepang, not the full version. But yeah, if anything, this is worse, because it's gonna take way longer, obviously. This was an absolutely shit time. Like, that time is gonna get destroyed so badly, because yes, I did this very badly. Well, honestly, I expected you, Aaron, to destroy that time a lot more. That wasn't as impressive as I was expecting. I guess... didn't... not again. I think at this point, and especially with how Aaron got fucked in the first 2 races, I think that I shouldn't worry too much about points, so even if this is not a first place, it's okay, but since there are 5 laps, I most likely will get enough practice to, you know, to get a good enough time to win, obviously. We will see. That was horrible. Hey man, I even get a penalty. But I already was wasting time there. It's also kind of a torture to do this track with a car like this. Like, this car is not particularly bad. It's simply... Wait a second, no way. My teammate got first. Well, maybe telling him to attack was a good idea then. You know, I was not expecting that. Better even than the Raven West guys.
If you can make up a second, you could gain
So why was my right headphone so far from my ear? Was actually almost falling. It's pretty messed up. No wonder I was hearing very little. Well, not like it matters, good. There's not much to hear. I mean, we'll hear the engine, which is pretty nice, but that's it. It's not like you have to listen to someone saying something. I mean, you could listen to the radio guy, but I mean, whatever the radio guy says is a little bit irrelevant for me. Yeah, that was gonna be a penalty. Unfortunately, didn't let me flashback. Even spamming it as much as I could, it is not enough. But hey, even if I don't win, seems like my teammate will, guess. Not only he got a good lap time, he got a very good lap time. To the point that I don't even know if I can beat that one. But I don't know why he did that or how he did that, but I'm glad. I almost feel proud. This final corner is horrible. So someone is coming behind me pretty quickly. I think that's one of the Raven West guys, probably. Yeah, most likely.
If you can make up a second this lap, you could gain 2 places.
I like that he says 2 places. He doesn't want me to beat my teammate. Makes sense. You know, it would be pretty funny if you actually had to battle against your teammate to win the Drivers' Championship. I will assume that's the only way that will happen is if you play for Raven West. Then I can't believe that I'm competing against my teammate to get first place here. Like, why cannot you do that in every other event? Because you certainly have it in you. For some reason you don't want to show it.
second slower than the lap leader.
Yeah, but the lap leader is my teammate, so it's okay. We can use the excuse that I'm trying to let him win so he can have probably the only moment of glory he will have in the whole tournament. Or maybe even his whole life. Yeah. I think that's a good excuse, personally. Well, I think I did that lap as best as I could. If it's not enough, it's not enough. It won't be enough.
If you can make up a second this lap, you could gain a place.
And what the hell did you do, Mr. Teammate, to do such an insane lap? You're using the same car I'm using, you know? How did you manage to do that? Well, at least the good thing is that, like, with this one, I probably don't have to worry about team points ever again for the rest of the championship. Like, at this point, the third place is kinda guaranteed. Will be interesting to know if we can win the whole thing, but no, I think that will be too much to ask, unfortunately. Okay, I think that's the first time I do that corner properly. Oof, I did that a little bit too slow, I think. Oof, nice. Okay, this is a very promising lap. Yeah, and the game agrees. Oof, that was almost too bad. Was a bad corner. It's if this is not enough, it's because of that last corner. Yeah, I think that last corner I do it terribly. But hey, I got second with my rival being first. I keep saying rival, my teammate getting first. This is the first time this has happened in the whole game. Like, no joke. This is the first time my rival, well, my teammate beats me in anything. Pretty wild. And not just beats me, but also beats everyone else. Like, that's some feat. So hey, congratulations to him. So now we're doing endurance with the LMP in Circuit of the Americas. Didn't we also already do this? Feel like we did. Let me just qualify. Yeah, I think that we did this one already. But yeah, again, the game is a very big fan of repetition, I guess. No, that's a penalty. And a big one at that. That's fine, I'm just getting used to the track. I think. But I don't need to get used to the track if I actually did another penalty. Another endurance in here. Like, I should already be used to it. It was with this car. Yeah, I already did this. Like, I'm 100% positive I already did this. Was this also the one that I played in very hard and without UI? No, maybe that was another one. No, this one I think was the one that I started in last place and I ended up winning. I think it was the first one of the endurance championship I did yesterday. Probably. Maybe. I'm somehow still on first. Pretty cool. Okay. That might be first for out, but I buy a lot. Yeah, it will. And I did that lap pretty badly, but didn't seem like it mattered. Wasn't enough for first, but I don't really care. That was good enough. Okay. So yeah, the race. I'm very tempted to put it in very hard, but nah. Let's just do it the way it should be. Normally. Without doing anything stupid. Wow, that was very bad already. It shouldn't take long to take the position back. Well, it wasn't the most elegant way of doing it. It worked. I mean, I'm gonna ask him to push, because by doing that he won the time attack. Now, I'm not saying that it's gonna work here, but I have faith that it might. I don't think we're gonna win the team championship though, because like the Raven West guys are not gonna let that happen. That was bad. It's fine, don't worry, the outside is asphalt. That's the beauty of having tracks that are just asphalt on the outside. But I wonder what's safer. Because I think one of the reasons why there's so many tracks with grass on the outside, well, grass or sometimes even sand, is to prevent the cars that go off the track to crash so badly, because obviously that slows them down. But at the same time, if you do that, it will be harder to control the car because you don't have any grip in a surface like that. So I wonder if it will be safer to have asphalt on the outside or to have grass. I don't know. What I do know is that I think that the majority of relatively modern tracks tend to have asphalt on the outside. So it might be actually safer that way. Because I mean, yeah, if you see that you are going off track and you want to brake, it will actually probably be easier to do that on asphalt than on anything else. The issue is what happens if your brakes, well, break, right? Like what happens if your brakes are gone and you cannot brake on your own? Like the asphalt is just gonna make you get fucked even worse. But well, I would assume that in modern cars, if the brakes fail, the engine will turn off or something like that, right? 'Cause, I mean, basically driving a car with brakes that don't work is like, it's pretty much like you
Wesley is in second
you know,
place.
you are driving straight to your death no matter what you do.
You've set the fastest lap this race. Wesley is in second place.
Yeah, I know he is, and I know he won't leave me alone. That's just the way it is. Nothing wrong with that, though. Yes, I think his chances of winning are, yeah, very low. Will be surprised he somehow managed to pull it off. But you know, it's not looking like that. So he still keeps close to me. I guess the weird thing here is that his teammate is not close. Maybe it's because he's struggling against that other guy, like Alex Cote or whatever you pronounce that. But I feel like he will already have overtaken, so that seems like an excuse. No, that's bad. Okay. Yeah, that was an issue on the recovery. Okay, I cannot recover. Like, once this thing... that's so shitty. That sucks. But, like, once you lose control, like, trying to... Well, not to mention I worn out my tires while doing that. I don't want to restart, though, that's the thing. I could restart, I mean, it will be the smart thing to do, at the same time, with how many points I'm ahead, I don't think I should. Because, I mean, the championship is not in danger. And if anything, I will get second place. Because for some reason, these two guys are extremely far. I don't know exactly why, but they are. But yeah, I think that the smartest idea is to not restart, because I also don't really want to, you know, be in this race for that long. And that might be because of the tire wear, even though the tires are still in a good shape, but I guess I just force this too much, completely forgetting that it's an endurance, you know. So in an endurance, you can go crazy at the beginning. Okay, it let me flashback, but way too late. Okay, was enough to correct that corner, but you can see that I'm losing control very easily right now. So I guess I should go slower overall. Because those are accidents I could not avoid. Really a penalty there, dude. Come on. No, I mean, believe it or not, I'm not taking risks. The issue is that I'm just losing control easily. I guess I'm just bad. It is what it is. first place is absolutely gone. Super gone. Wouldn't be more gone if he tried. If anything, that just tells you how different our pace was from everyone else. Well, my pace is also probably better now, but yeah, I'm also being very careful not to spin again. But at least my teammate is 10th place, which for his standards is no bad at all. Every corner I just have to think it's gonna spin, slow down. But that's weird, because I feel like the first time I did this, it wasn't like this. Because, as I say, I'm pretty sure this exact same event, this endurance in Kota, I already did this. But I feel like it didn't go like this. Maybe it did. I don't know, I remember it being a lot easier to drive. Well, there's only one more lap, by the way. No, that's bad. Okay, at least I didn't get penalized, but I guess the penalty here is that the guys behind are getting very close. Oh, wait, someone crashed? Well, I'm not surprised since I'm slowing all of them down, but... Right, you need to resist just one more minute. In fact, the tire shouldn't even get into red territory, so you're gonna be fine, I think. Surely. Oh, close. And here comes the countdown. Well, they actually did get into red territory. No, but at least I keep the second position. Still pretty fucked up that I lost. I lost a very easy first place here simply for losing control. It is what it is. But at least we're doing well in the team standings. Raven West will inevitably overtake, but it's fine. I already assumed that was gonna happen. So here we go into Hypercar. Well, what Hypercar does Racer use? Because I think it was Intel that used the Pagani Sonda, but which one does Racer use? I wanna see. Which one is it gonna be? Oh, it's gonna be the Koenigsegg. The legendary Koenigsegg Agera. Alright, well, bring it on. I'm ready. I honestly would have preferred the McLaren P1, but this one is nice too. Ah, shit. Okay, yeah, that wasn't the best start, but... I mean, keep in mind that this is inverted grid, so... these kind of things are meant to happen. The only problem here is that it seems that my teammate isn't really making good use of the inverted grid, judging by the fact that he's already 9th place, so that's pretty bad. Because I mean, the other time there was an inverted grid on that touring car race, I think he was second. It doesn't seem like he can do that here. So this is the full version of the track, so this might be a little bit long, especially since it's 5 laps. That's something that you already pretty much assume that's gonna be the case from this final championship. I mean, it's kinda the idea. This McLaren was getting too much in my way. Well, that's the place to lead the race. Okay. I guess it's not. Hold up. Need to do this way slower. Yeah, like that. Because if that kept going, my car was gonna flip and that's it then. Okay, it's pretty hard to drive here without any guide. It's not particularly an easy to figure out track. Well, easy to figure out. I mean, I already was here multiple times, but like, it's just not easy to drive here, you know? Like, if you don't have someone ahead that tells you exactly where to brake, it's an issue. No, then for fuck's sake. Okay, I'm failing pretty much every single corner. I also think that it doesn't help that the Koenigsegg seems to, at least compared to the Sonda, or at least what I remember of the Sonda, I think that the Sonda was a lot more versatile. The Koenigsegg feels like it's understeering a lot. But maybe it's just me sucking balls that seems more possible. I'm being more careful now and it seems to be going better. And since the Raven West guys are probably not gonna reach the podium, I shouldn't worry about, you know, getting into a bad position. I just wish my teammate was in a better position, but you cannot ask for much. Also, it's possible that the next event is probably gonna be the drift one, right? Not a fan of that, but it will have to be the case. Yeah, I normally don't like the...
You've set the fastest lap this race.
Well, obviously I don't like the drift events. At least there's only one, that's a good thing. That's the good news. I need to focus very well. Yeah, because otherwise that happens. It's fine. Like my distance with the second place is so big that it does not matter at all.
You're in the lead. Extend the gap.
It's the final lap. Pretty well how the announcer never tells you that it's the final lap. Like, it makes me think it is bugged, because it tends to... Like, I heard him say that sometimes in the middle of the lap instead of when the lap starts, so...
Aaron Wesley is sitting in mid-pack.
It is at least the final lap.
Aaron Wesley is sitting in mid-pack.
So honestly, I know that this is an inverted grid and all of that, but you don't have any excuse after all this time to not have gotten into the podium.
Aaron Wesley will be replaying that over and
Like,
over.
Mr. Raven West, this one is on you. Like, after 5 laps,
Driver standings.
yeah, and they got into a very bad position, both of them. I mean, the irony here is that we're still getting ahead of them because of that, but I kinda doubt that it's gonna last for too long. So here comes the drift event. At least it's only this one. And it's in Yas Marina. I think that this is a short one as well, isn't it? Yeah, the long one was... Or was this the long one? Actually, I don't remember. There was one that was long. Maybe it was this one and I'm a moron. Also, what car? Oh, I'm using the Lancer Evo, I think. Yeah, I am. That's pretty cool. You know, actually, I think this was the long one, wasn't it? Wait, that wasn't a collision? What? That doesn't make any sense.
You're in danger of being knocked out. Next run needs to be big.
Really? I thought I did well. Did I really not do well? Well, that's odd. Should I blame the Lancer Evo? Because I'm pretty sure I did this one with another car and it went well. So maybe the Lancer Evo is to blame. Though that will mean I need to admit that the Nissan Seed is way better. I don't want to admit anything good about that car. It might have been because of that car that I did a lot better. You see, this Lancer Evo, I mean, seems very stable, which is a good thing normally. It's just that it's not very good if you wanna drift, I guess. Is that good enough? That's a million.
Great run. You're through to the knockout stage.
I made it at least. When I got first, so what were you worrying about? Oh, I'm barely first though. Okay, so you need 2 million to... Oh, and Aaron Wesley also got knocked out. Well, so did my teammate, I guess. God damn it. Like, it's really gonna go down to the wire, whoever wins the...
You're in the lead position.
Like, whoever wins the tournament, the team tournament is gonna be really, really close. Like, extremely close. So I'm a little bit concerned. That's bad. You know, I think something that I should remember is that this particular track was not the one that was very long. I mean, it's a long track, I guess, but the one that was long, I think, was the Okutama. Oh, hello. That's the first one, the first time that someone gets close to me like this in a drift event. Come on, dude. You're supposed to chase me. You're not chasing here. It's not what chase is. You're harassing me. Well, that was very good, though. Nice.
This time you're chasing.
Wait, spin really? Like, yes, if you spin out, it penalizes. Didn't know that. That's a little bit obvious. Yeah, I mean, spinning out is bad, but technically, you know, you're still drifting. Like, I understand the collision and the off track, but seems that spinning out is just the natural extension of the drift. Oof, that was pretty close. And that was extremely close. Okay, that's enough to beat him, so... Yeah, I'm also probably just trying too hard when in reality, as always, these opponents don't do that well. Okay. So...
Made it through.
Well, there are a couple of guys that are... Well, one actually did get 2 million. It's the other Raven West guy. So yeah, he might be the rival that I have
Starting this in the lead position.
to beat in the finals. Something that I'm noticing here is that, like, it's kinda like this car feels like sometimes goes very slow, and if you try to drift slowly, it's like the game doesn't really give you points for it. Yeah, that's how I'm noticing. I feel like this is a car that will be better suited for regular races and not for drifting. But here we are trying to make him drift, and this is what happens as a result. Okay. It might be pretty close on the final if my opponent also does 2 million. Because right now what I'm doing is 2 million, but not much more than that. You see, like, that's already enough to win. Wait, I wonder if that counted as a collision. No, it counted as a collision because I actually hit the base of that thing. Doesn't matter if you hit the obstacle if it's already taken out. Alright. So yeah, bring me the Raven West guy already.
Through to the finals.
Oh, it actually is not the Raven West guys. The Monster Energy guy. Alright. On to it then. Yeah, especially this first corner, it feels like you should lose the speed super quickly. Wait, that didn't count as a collision? Well, okay, technically for the drift events a collision is simply hitting an obstacle, but hitting the wall for some reason doesn't count as a collision, and technically it's not off track, so that's an interesting exploit. What the hell? Okay, but this guy already... By doing this, you are forfeiting all the points you will normally get here. Are you done? Unless you automatically win by overtaking, why will you do that? Well, I guess that's just what you expect from a Nissan Seed user. Well, at this point my win is guaranteed then, guys. He completely nullified his points on the final section. I don't know if he already did in another section, but a little bit dumb of you to do that. Close. This might be my best run so far, assuming I do this last section well. I think except for that one obstacle, no, that one was yeah, I think it might have been my best run. Maybe not, I don't know, but I win clearly. And Raven West also took a big hit here. Okay. So, I mean, we are surprisingly still ahead of Raven West. It's just that there are 3 events remaining. It will be very hard to maintain that lead for too long. So we're back at the formula thingy. Well, which is Indy. Oh, and it's in Indianapolis with the oval. But we already did this, god damn it. Why do you have to repeat this again? Like, why are you like this?
You're currently first in the driver standings. You don't want to lose that position.
Okay, no, I was out to say let me change the difficulty, but no. Let's just do the whole championship on the hard reset and that's it. I don't need the experience and I don't really care about making this harder because it's already lame as it is. Because it is, as I said, if this was actually like real life... My bad, I was distracted. Oh, I forgot this is quali. Fuck. Well, that's a good way to completely screw the quali, and that's all because I was distracted like a moron. I was out to say that... here you can take the corners at full speed. That cannot happen in real life in Indianapolis. Like, I don't know why they did it like this, but yeah, they didn't care about realism. And it's not like they need to care about realism, but it's just weird since it's the only time that you're using IndyCar on an oval. Well, technically not the only, because there was another oval, but if you're gonna make such a popular one like this, you will expect that at least you will try to make it play a little bit closer, right? Will this be a like a first place quali? Probably not. Oh, it was, but they might overtake me. No, they didn't. Well, in that case, This is gonna be free. Oh, and it's 10 laps. Whatever. Let's just get it over with.
You're on pole, and your teammate is 15th on the grid.
Yeah, I know.
Make sure you get ahead of Aaron Wesley and put some distance between you.
Well, I'm already ahead of Aaron Wesley. I don't think I'll put any distance though. I mean, it's an oval. If you wanna get some distance here, like, you will need an oval that you cannot do at full speed like this one. Or he will need to get into an accident, basically. Like this, we are not getting any distance, that's for sure. It's honestly a shame though that, like, it's understandable that they will kinda do the same events
Got an early lead.
than we already did in the other championships, but considering that it's supposed to be like the final championship in the game, like the culmination of the whole career mode, I think I expected something more special, but in reality it's just repeating the same things you already did. So this career mode in general, I guess it's simply not very well done. Like, it's essentially a group of events and that's it.
Set the fastest lap this race.
I mean, that's how it tends to be in most racing, and so I mean that it's a group of events without really that much thought put into it. Like, just make random events and that's it. Like, there's nothing particularly special. So yeah, it's a little bit annoying. I mean, not like it took me until I got here to find out about that, but the thing is that,
7 laps left.
again, like, maybe I could understand all of the regular championships feeling a little bit repetitive and not special, but I really would have liked that this one was special, but it is not. It's just basically more of the same, so it is a little bit annoying, the fact that they basically
Aaron Wesley is in
didn't
second
try
place.
to do anything out of the ordinary. I mean, I remember the first grid game
Leading, hold on to it.
having a final boss even. Which, that reminds me, the final boss was in Le Mans, in, well, Circuit de la Sarthe. And that thing is not in this game. So they probably lost the rights to it alongside the Le Mans name, probably, but... Man, feels a little bit lame, honestly. But oh well. Also, how is it possible here that there are two big groups? How the hell did
The gap.
the group behind, well, fall behind? Like, how did you get it there? That's pretty lame. Now, I don't know if I'm wrong, but... No, I think I am wrong. Like, there is an endurance remaining and then a race. I thought there might be a time attack, but no. I think it's one endurance, one regular race. I wonder though where the regular race is gonna be. Like I wanna see what the final event is gonna be like.
You're leading, hold on to it.
Like, at this point I shouldn't expect anything special, but I want to see at least if they thought about it. Like, hey, maybe for the very final race of career mode we should do something a little bit special. Will that be the case? Probably not. But I don't know. I guess it's worth trying. but worth trying. I mean, I'll get there anyways.
Keep it up, you're leading this race.
It's also pretty brave of them to make an oval race like this one with nothing going on. Like, no need to think about braking, about saving tires, about playing with slipstream. You don't need to do any of that. Pretty much rendering the oval race to... Well, it reminds me of... In Gran Turismo 3, there was a track that was called the Test Course. That was like a very big oval where you could just go at full speed. And for whatever reason, Gran Turismo 3 loved spamming that track in the simulation mode. One of the reasons why I don't like that game that much. And well, thankfully this game doesn't spam the ovals too much. But the thing is that this shouldn't even be a thing in the first place if you're not gonna have something that makes the ovals interesting like they are in real life. Because, yes, believe it or not, in real life ovals are exciting because there are many factors in, you know, playing at the same time. But here none of them are. Like, you don't need to worry about how you do the corners, you don't need to worry about tire wear and about playing with slipstreams or trying to avoid slipstreams. Like, you just, you know, hold the accelerator and steer, and that's it. I feel like even if it was only used once, it's still one too many times. I don't think anyone will want to replay a fucking oval race like this. Well, yeah, the team target, that's definitely secure because it's third place. What I don't know if it's secure is the team lead. I kinda dream that that might be the case, but hard to tell. Oh, so the endurance goes at the end, really? Oh, by the way, these are the Super Tours. Well, it's at least in Mont Panorama, but this was the shitty ass car. Well, maybe it's not the same one, like the one before was the Ford. Which one is it here? I don't know which, well, it's not Ford. I don't know which one it is in particular, I don't recognize it. Hey, at least this is Mount Panorama, which is a very underused track. I don't recognize that logo. Well, I don't really care what logo it has, I just hope it doesn't fucking... Okay, yes, it sucks to drive. It definitely sucks to drive. Damn. That's very annoying. This is gonna be a pain in the ass. At least this is a track I'm very familiar with. As familiar as I am, what I'm not familiar is with the car. This is gonna be a piece of shit. Just like I was complaining so much when I had to use the Ford of the same category. Because yeah, technically this is not the same car, but it's as if it was the same car. Like, this category is so shitty, why did you even put it in the game, dude? For what reason? And the only good thing is that we're in Mount Panorama, but the thing how Mount Panorama is that it's a hard track. So using a car like this is almost a death sentence, you know? At least I'm familiar with the track, so it's not like I need to pay a lot of attention to the minimap. I more or less know what to expect. And well, thankfully this time, unlike the previous time here that we were in Mount Panorama, this is the straight version instead of the reverse one. But still, like, another thing that surprises me is why did you use this track twice? Like, yes, I skip many tournaments and all of that, but I feel like just using simple probability, they should have shown up more. Like, it just means that it's not very well distributed. How is this gonna be, by the way? Damn, that's pretty far from target. Well, I'm not a fan of doing another lap, especially in a track as long as this one, but like, yeah, that's simply not good enough. Like, this time is probably gonna set me back to 10th place or something like that, which is bad, obviously. But at least someone, I was about to say, someone got a worse time than me and my teammate. Yeah, I guess that time attack thing was a one-time only thing, wasn't it? Like, that's not gonna repeat itself, I guess. It's a shame because technically the quali is the same as a time attack, you know? So if you really wanted to, you could do this here. But I guess he really did not want to. Seems that at least this lap is going well. So the final sector is what will matter. But what will matter even more is what's the lap time that Aaron is gonna do. Because he certainly will be up there. The question is how high up there. Well, one of the Raven West guys already got first. It's your turn, Aaron. Okay, Aaron obviously got first. 2 minutes 3 seconds. Yeah, I don't think I'm besting that. Or even get close to that in the first place.
Final lap, come on.
I will take a 3rd place. It's fine. I mean, I'm only behind the Raven West guys, so I don't really care. It's fine. Damn, and my teammate in last place, dude. Like, can you at least try a little bit harder? You know that we could win the team tournament, but we're definitely not gonna win it if you keep, you know, finishing in those positions. So the issue that I wasn't able to attack in that first corner is that now they are gonna get further and further. Not to mention that overtaking in this section of Mount Panorama is a pain in the ass. At least it's only 3 laps, so it's not gonna, like, the pain is not gonna last for too long. It was a cool overtake. This guy did the chicane pretty quickly. Oh shit. This guy is doing everything pretty quickly. I mean, he's supposed to be a Raven West guy, but usually I see the Raven West guys are as the guys that do it quickly because they simply get faster cars in straights like this one, but he took the corner super well.
Up ahead.
Yeah, and I had to do that. Oh, and that still wasn't enough. Well, don't worry, the next corner is the same one as that.
On to lap 2, just one place to lead this race.
Because otherwise, well, didn't mean to take him out of the track there, but
Wesley has dropped down to third
like,
place.
if you don't do that, you're not overtaking this guy.
I've asked your teammate to push for a higher position.
So there's probably gonna be enough time after this championship to do something else. Like I'm probably gonna check the extra championships, see what they have to offer. I don't know what they have to offer really. But yeah, I mean it's whatever. I just hope that they are not as repetitive as this. And if I think that they are the way it is and they use DLC, then it should at least be different tracks, you know? Well, different tracks and hopefully different cars. Because I know for a fact that this game has DLCs. And I kinda doubt that any of the things that we've seen in career mode are DLCs, so unless all the DLC is exclusive for single race and online, I wanna believe that that extra championship thing is actually DLC. Well, not to mention, there apparently are drag races in this game, which I'm not looking forward to, but it's because in the controls option menu, like you have the option to, you know, set the drag racing transmission. So yeah, that means that there has to be drag racing. Yeah, that's annoying.
You're setting a great pace. Keep it up from lap 3.
It's pretty hard for games like this one to actually make... Well, I mean, in the first place, doing actual drag racing in a game, like, if you make it realistic, it's pretty hard to make it exciting. Because the whole point of drag racing in real life is that you're simply, you know, bragging, or well, it doesn't have to be bragging, but you're basically like comparing your car to others. Like right there, it's supposed to be like, look at what I was able to build. I mean, you can do something like that in a game, but it's not gonna have the same impact. So ironically, the only way to make drag racing interesting is kinda doing it like Need for Speed does. But that's the thing, that's not drag racing. That's something else. So yeah, that's the issue, right? Yeah, I know, that was obviously a penalty. Well, at least it will be a victory, and hopefully we don't see this super touring category ever again. Or at least I hope I don't see it ever again. But yeah, we will see. Okay, done. So, what's the final event gonna be? Like, I know it will be an endurance, but where? Like,
Nice, you've held our position at the top of the standings.
if I had to guess, it's probably gonna be in Yas Marina. Oof, that's gonna be very close. We might be able to win the team championship, but... yeah. Wait a second. Oh, there are 2 races in here. Well, I did not pay attention to that, my bad. Damn, okay, we're not going to the final event yet. And this is inverted grid. Well, the good thing about it being inverted grid is that it means that here we're probably gonna get a bigger difference with Raven West, because they are probably gonna stay at the very bottom. So I think that here, I don't want to jinx it, but it is possible that thanks to this additional race, we're gonna win the team championship. Yeah, unfortunately I have to do another race with this shitty ass car, but it's fine. I mean, the previous one didn't go that badly, but yeah, this car is not fun to drive, I can tell you that. I mean, I wouldn't mind if this car... Well, maybe I will still mind, but if this was one of the first cars in the game... Though at the same time, yeah, I guess that also wouldn't be fitting, because it was one of the first cars in the game. It will be too fast and too hard to handle. So it's like a car that I feel that has no place in the game. Like, just remove it, get rid of it, like throw it into... Oh shit, okay. You know that actually what you saw there, like that sort of blockade crash, tends to happen in real life in Mount Panorama. Wait, don't tell me this fucking asshole of a teammate got last place. Okay. Sure. Pretty nice of you. We had a good chance, you know, and if the... Oh, fuck. If the Raven was, guys, damn it, didn't work, the flashback. Well, I'm giving you another chance, teammate. You have another chance to redeem yourself, so you better do. Looking forward to it. I think the reason why he got last place is because he probably was involved in that crash or something similar. Can you please stay ahead from accidents? You know what, here I'm not even giving you any order to attack or defend, so you don't need to risk it. Like, just... Well, I guess technically if I don't... But no, I mean, if I tell him to defend, he will risk. Because he will go to... like, racing lines that are not optimal, because he will try to defend the position. So no, like, just do what you're doing, but please don't crash. Well, last time if he crashed, it was here. Well, he didn't crash this time, but it was close. My direction apparently got damaged, but did it? Because you know that with a car like this, you don't want your direction to be damaged. I think it's fine though. Well, we will see in this straight. Okay, maybe it's going a little bit to the right. Yeah, I guess, but very little, like... I feel like it's not even noticeable, so... Oh shit, someone died.
Keep an eye out for them rejoining the race.
Wait, shouldn't it be him? Dude, that was my teammate. And again, the fucking flashback. Yeah, okay, thanks for the flashback, dude. I really wanted to flashback at that point. Okay. Seems like it's gonna be hard to get past the final chicane here. Seems like it won't be easy. Alright, sure. I don't know why though. Why am I struggling with the final chicane so much? Can we not struggle? Still tempted to give my rival an order to defend. The problem is that if I tell him to defend right now, that will affect me too, because he will just block the guys that are in front of me, then I won't be able to do anything about it. Can this blue asshole get out of the fucking way, please? Wait. You know the podium is escaping. All of you assholes are driving so badly that the podium is completely out then. Okay, this is very bad. This inverted grid is horrible. Because yeah, in a track like Mount Panorama you don't have too much room to overtake. But man, this is a torture, and especially with this shitty ass car. This car really sucks. I'm not exaggerating. This car is trash. But on top of that, having to worry about overtaking all of these guys in a track like this is just evil. You know, like there was no reason to do this. You could just keep this to yourself and not make an event out of it. This is gonna suck. Might be possible that the majority of the remaining stream time I'm gonna be stuck here. Because the endurance is obviously not gonna be inverted grid, so it's basically just a matter of going for 12 minutes and that's it. But this sort of shit it's just evil. It's just very evil. Well, at least flashback worked once. I can't believe that it worked one time. I almost thought it was disabled for this race. So my teammate is 4th place. I hope you don't lose it. Last time the one that got into the accident was the guy that was at 4th place, so... Or at least I think. So surely you're not gonna have that happen here, right? Yeah, I got completely close out and I cannot flashback. I'm spamming like the most I can and I cannot flashback. Man, it pisses me off so much, the fact that flashback works whenever it wants. It's like to add salt into the formula. Like, you add the shittiest car in the game with, you know, reverse grid with Mount Panorama, that again, it's a track I like, but it's a track where overtaking is almost forbidden. So, this is so shitty. Well, and on top of that, flashbacks working only when they want. This is... like, you really outdid yourself, I gotta say, Mr. Game, with this event. You really did. Well, I cannot even start now. Pretty nice. This is gonna suck. I guess they had an interesting idea on how to close out the game. But you know, there is still one more event, but... yeah, this is a good way to whoever is done finishing the game to remember this game with hatred. Like, putting something like this at the end is the perfect way that someone that plays it is like, oh yeah, Grid Autosport, yeah, I fucking hate that game. Even though you probably like most of the other stuff, but you put this event here, and yeah, it's, you know, it's like you want people to remember this game badly. Pretty nice of you. Very good strategy. I'm just skipping the chicane. You see, I will get a penalty, but I don't give a fuck.
Looks like Aaron
So
Wesley
the
is
penalty,
crashed.
okay, you can see right there how much the penalty lasts. Like, they definitely thought the penalty system pretty well. You see, obviously right there you gain an insane amount of time, you gotta give back that same time you gain. Oh, someone popped a tire. At least it wasn't my teammate. The problem is that this is a horrible position. I don't know if I can overtake all these guys, especially since some of them are already quite far gone. At least I hope I can do this chicane without dying, can I? Well, that guy cannot, I guess, but for fuck's sake, dude. I cannot do that chicane. I cannot get past that chicane, legitimately. Like, I keep failing it, and in different places, that's the funny thing. Fuck, dude. This is gonna take so long. Well, I could simply forfeit the race and still win the championship, you know. I kinda wanted to also win the team championship, so if I do that, I can forget about the team championship. But yeah, honestly, finishing this race just doesn't seem very fun at all. So I'm thinking about it. Like I'm heavily thinking about it. Just forfeit the race and do the final one, and you will still win anyway. So don't push me, you know, closer into the edge, because I will forfeit it. I will.
Aaron Wesley is near the back of the pack.
You know, it's as easy as opening the post menu and going to the final option, you know? You don't need to do anything else. Okay. Yeah, I guess the AI not dying there is impossible, apparently. Yeah, my direction is damaged. Ooh, how bad. Oh, this time it is, unfortunately. I mean, it is. It goes to the right. Not by a lot, but it's more noticeable than last time. Well, last time that this happened, I mean. Okay, I guess take it easy on this fucking chicane. Alright, I can't believe it, but I survived the chicane. I can barely believe it. It's the first time in this particular race I managed to do that. Okay.
2 laps left.
Yeah, that's the issue. That's precisely the problem. Okay, so my teammate is at least ahead. One of the Raven West guys though is right behind me. Or no, never mind. Okay, that's the other Leo. The Raven West Leo is in last place. Really? Well, maybe he got involved in the accident, which I guess will make sense. Okay, in that case, finishing in this position wouldn't be bad for me. Like, this will be good. Because basically both of Team Racer, which is my team, both finish ahead of Team Raven West. So that will be ideal. That will be very ideal. I'm trying to go as safe as I can here. I already getting to this to this part in the race took me like 6 attempts, if not more. So yeah, promise that how do I overtake my teammate? Because the issue is, if it was anyone else, I wouldn't give a shit. But I don't wanna inconvenience this guy that is already a miracle that he's this far ahead and hasn't lost the positions. Because yeah, he's far ahead because of the inverted grid. But I gotta inconvenience you a little bit, dude. I don't know how else to overtake.
Aaron Wesley is sitting in mid-pack.
You're not being very specific by that.
You've set the fastest lap this race.
I mean, you're never specific when you mention the mid-pack, but... Well, he's behind both of us, that's what matters. Okay, he's there. That's probably 8th place. So yeah, the Raven West guys are probably gonna take a very big hit to the points. I of course would like to win this race, but it will be too risky to win this. Okay, fuck these two guys. So, well, only one guy ahead. I think it's one of the Monster Energy guys, so it might be hard to reach. These guys are not big shovers. They are either the second or third best one. Wait, did my teammate die? No, never mind, he's still 5th. Sorry, I'm blind. I forgot to look on the bottom left, where you can always see where your teammate is, no matter what. I forgot to check that, just try to see him by looking back and I didn't see him, but you know, he's there. Okay, so I did get the first place, so the problem now is that you have to do the chicane again, the final chicane without dying. So can you do that? Well, you certainly can, but will you do that? That's my question. It's a good way to enter. Do not oversteer, okay. Okay, this is an amazing result. Like, I'm pretty sure this, unless I got into a very bad result on the last race, this guarantees the team to also win the team championship. Which is wild. Like, with how shit my teammates are, I'm really surprised again. Wait, how did you get to 7 at the end? What an asshole. But this point difference should be enough to win. Like, assuming I win the next race, which is gonna be an endurance. Is it gonna be Yas Marina or where else are we going? Though the previous one was... No, it was in Kota. No, it's in Spa. Okay, that's a fitting end, I guess. Though if it's in Spa and I wanna win, I also need to qualify. Because last time it didn't go well without a quali. Well, the quali might also not get me in first, but doesn't cost anything to try, I guess. Not to mention that this is the final race in the championship, so we have way more than enough time remaining anyways. The extra championship I think will be better if I study either on the next stream or some other time, but I would prefer not mixing it up with career mode. I'm gonna check it out just to see what it has, but ideally I will want to finish this stream with this. Well, and possibly the credits. It's just that if the credits are as slow as the previous game, I'm gonna skip them. I don't like skipping credits, but I also don't like looking at extremely slow ones, you know? Well, according at least to... No, but That time is comparing me against someone slow, so it doesn't matter. Question is, how do I compare to the Raven West guys? Okay, so yeah, against that target it's gonna be beaten by a lot, but let's see how it is. Oh, it's still overall first, nice. I kinda need that if my idea is winning this. Okay. Damn, though to me it's still crazy because I never expected to win a team championship. The reason why I do that is because of the...
You're doing well enough. You're top of the standings.
Because of the final... Well, the final, no, I mean the first race. In the first race, I fucked over Aaron Wesley so bad that, yeah, he lost so many points that he could otherwise get, and that's basically what made Raven West take a hit super early on. It makes sense. And it was fully because of me, like I'm an asshole, I am aware of that, but the thing is that if you don't do something like that, with how shitty your teammate is, you cannot win the team championship by yourself, it's impossible. So I guess this was also an insanely good run, the team championship being won, especially being the last one. It's a very good way to close out the career mode.
Aaron Wesley is in second place.
So I wonder if the fact that that guy is called Wesley is part of the reason why they call the team Raven West. Could be. I don't know where they took the Raven from, because this guy is called Leo something that has nothing to do with Raven. Then you have Rick Scott, that also has nothing to do with Raven. And then you have Nathan McCain. Like, none of those have anything to do with Raven, so... yeah, maybe my theory doesn't hold up very well. It's whatever. I will pretty much beat them for the very first time.
I've asked your teammate to push for a higher position.
Yeah, I might as well ask my teammate to attack. I'm pretty sure that here, even if he gets into last place, I will still,
Aaron Wesley is in second place.
you know, win the team tournament.
Second on Aaron Wesley.
At the same time, actually telling him to attack might not be the best idea. Because it's supposed to be an endurance, it's supposed to keep his stuff. No, go back to balance, yeah. Because it might be worse. Though I also have to remember myself that when I did Kota earlier, in the middle of the race I started spinning out a lot, so I shouldn't just tell my teammate to take care of the tires. Should do that myself as well. It's a shame though that the game doesn't give a fuck if you win the championship or not. In fact, I still don't know if the game gives a shit if you do the team objectives or not. Like, so far I completed every single team objective in every championship, but like, if you miss one of them, like, do you fail the event or something? I don't know. I don't know if the game cares.
Set the fastest lap this race.
Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. But well, regardless of if it cares or not, here is the best result I could possibly have. First in both the driver championship and the team championship. It was still pretty weird that Racer was kinda like the premium team for the fastest categories. Considering that in every other category they were kinda like the low tier team. I guess I made them grow. Okay, someone got into a nasty accident apparently. And my teammate also lost one position, so hopefully it wasn't him. Well, if it was him, he probably would have just died instead of staying in 13.
Aaron Wesley is in second place.
At least this time it seems that they are not approaching me that quickly. But that being said, if I was behind him, I probably wouldn't be able to approach him. At the same time, we are maintaining a nice distance. They were not really having them like behind me all the time with me blocking them, so they have to brake. Like there is a decent distance between us, so. But yeah, that also seems to go with what happened when I did this endurance and I didn't do the quali, because I couldn't overtake them.
Conserving their tires.
The thing is that
To the finish.
I couldn't overtake them because I was going at the same pace as them, but they were ahead because I didn't do the quali, so I had to waste time overtaking everyone else. But I'm pretty sure that right here, at least compared to Aaron Wesley, I have the exact same pace, because I think that we've been at this distance almost since the beginning of the race, so yeah, very similar pace. Oof, that was almost bad. I can definitely tell you that the car here is not misbehaving as much as in Kota, but that this is also a track with way more straights. Like, if anything, Kota is like a nightmare of corners. This one only has, well, it has still some corners, but Spa has very long straights as well. And the corners tend to be slow enough that, you know, it's not that dangerous to do them if you brake properly. But Kota has some quite fast corners, so they are a little bit more dangerous to do properly.
3 seconds ahead of Aaron Wesley.
you know, that information is actually useful this time, since the UI doesn't tell you the seconds, it tells you the distance. That's probably one of the only useful informations the radio guy has ever said. Alright, one of the tires turn orange, and the other is soon to follow. See, for example, that sort of information, you could have kept it to yourself, because yes, no shit, he's in second place, dude. Thanks for the...
3 seconds ahead of Aaron Wesley.
Thanks for the info. Yeah, well, here I actually gotta admit that my pace is better. Like, I'm actually going faster than him. We are no longer at the same distance we were. Well, we need to do like almost one more lap, like a little bit less than one more lap, and I guess we beat the game. I mean, finishing with an endurance in Spa-Francorchamps is not a bad choice for an ending, but at the same time, it's like, it doesn't really feel much, like, it doesn't feel special because it doesn't feel any different than the regular events in the regular tournaments, right? They're a little bit, you know, a little bit of a letdown. You could even say anticlimactic. Well, at least you have the fireworks, you know? I guess the spirit is there, but still, I mean, it's not like the fireworks are exclusive of this specific event. Like, they are here anytime that you play Spa at nighttime, so... Well, I guess she.
4 seconds ahead of Aaron Wesley.
Yeah, I don't think that matters anymore, mister. Almost 40 kilometers.
A great drive. We've topped the team standings.
Yeah, and we won with quite an interesting difference. And this was with the absolutely useless teammate I had. So I think that that's quite an achievement.
There's no higher accolade and no greater achievement. Not many get here, so you now have the ultimate bragging rights. You're the Grid Championships champion.
Okay, and now what? Like, what are you giving me for that? Yes, that's one, and then what? You're gonna roll the credits and that's it? Yeah, they will. Oh, and they show the picture like they did in the first Grid game. Well, at least it feels more personal than the credits in Grid 2. The credits in Grid 2 are so lame, like they appear in the center and they move super slow. So at least these ones, I guess I don't have any reason to skip them. But yeah, that's the game. I do still believe that the career mode was pretty lame, unfortunately. Like, it is a group of events, and that's it. Like, there's nothing really special about them. They are very repetitive, and unlike the first game, you don't really worry about buying cars, like handling money or anything like that. You simply enter with pre-made teams, which is not a bad thing in itself, but the thing is that if you're gonna do that, I feel like you will make the races a little bit more interesting, but that's not really the case. And again, like, it's a very repetitive game, which tends to be the case for racing games, but in this case, like, I seen, well, first of all, having an event being two races that are exactly the same that should never happen, but it happened here and multiple times. And on top of that, even ignoring those occurrences, there were events in different places that were the exact same one. Like, for example, the Indianapolis Oval race, or like it was the endurance in Kota. Like, you're just repeating the same thing multiple times. And keep in mind that I didn't do every single season. I only done some of them that were enough to unlock the final championship. But if I wanted to, I could have done all of them, and that would have been like 3 times as repetitive. So I think the whole planning of career mode is not well done. And well, one thing I also mentioned, unlike the first and the second game, there is no garage here, which makes sense since you don't have your own cars. But like, the UI is simply like an ultra basic UI where you select the event, like kind of like you were in a mobile app, right? And if you compare that to the previous 2 games that had like a super pretty UI that included the cars, and well, the previous game, like that whole screen where you selected the events, that looks super cool. But in this one, it's unfortunately painfully generic. So that's a shame. But that being said, at least the core of the game is nice. So there's that. But yeah, I wish it was like more interesting to play to the career mode. But yeah, it was a cool experience. At least it was a simcade. I didn't dislike the previous game that was like fully arcadey physics, but I did prefer the way the first game was in terms of gameplay. But yeah, I also prefer the first game to this one. Like, so far, of these 3 games that I played, the first one is still the best one to me. Not graphically, obviously, but well, though graphically, I gotta say that it still looked very good, considering that it was a game from 2008. Like, it looked impressive. But yeah, that's that. So I guess here I'm just gonna check what the extra championships are. When I say
This
check,
is
just
it. You've come a long way, but there's still just a little further to go. Think you
or
can
you're
win?
saying the same shit. There is no further to go. That's it. Hey, I wanna see the extra. Oh, it's drag racing. Well, not this one, I guess. Okay, this starts being touring. You have 5 events, then sprint, and then that's that. Well, there are new tracks, because here you can see that it mentions California and Côte d'Azur and Hong Kong. Those are all tracks from the second game. Well, in fact, yeah, that's the case. Or they are tracks from the second game. We thought there were gonna be new ones, but no. Well, new in the sense that they weren't using career mode. These are all tracks from other games. It makes sense considering that this game was made only 1 year after the second one, so I cannot expect them to have a lot of new tracks, but these are all tracks from the previous game, and I'm pretty sure these are DLCs, so selling them as DLCs is a little bit evil. Aside from that, I don't know if these races are very special at all, really. I mean, they are races, and that's it. So yeah, I mean, I could check what they say. You can pick, well, for example, the Nissan, and then, oh, there are 3 events inside, so it's like each one of these is a little championship. But yeah, this, oh, yeah, it's like the Grid 2 one, where you simply, I don't think I'm interested in doing that, honestly. Like, yes, it's new tracks and, you know, probably with some new cars, but I think that at this point the best thing I can do is just be done with the game. Maybe at some point, if I don't know what to do, I could revisit this game and do those, but for the time being, I think I'm fine with what I did. I think that's good enough. So yeah, thanks everyone a lot for watching, and I'll be seeing you on the next stream, not with this game. So have a good one and take care.